Hello everyone, welcome to the Red Men TV. Merry Christmas one and all. We are here, we are back, fully festively fueled, slightly hungover, and ready to talk about Liverpool's team news. How are you feeling?
All right, my hangover kicked in about 3 o'clock in the morning when I woke up.
Oh nice, you've been up, what time have you been up since?
No, I managed to get back to sleep, thankfully.
Till?
4.
Oh yeah, I love that. No, you idiot. I got back to sleep. What kind of idiot doesn't get back to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning? Till 4 o'clock in the morning. And what have you been doing since 4 o'clock in the morning?
I went back to sleep, but...
And then till...
8?
8? Holy hell. Well done.
I'm like a new man.
It was a Christmas present.
Honest to goodness, mate.
Wow.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yes, great to have everyone here. Great to have Mr. Chris Pajak in with me, who's feeling very, very, very festive and very comfortable today.
Not really.
Well, no. I mean, that's just basically the sexual tension between the two of us. But he's also wearing slippers, which I'm very impressed by. There's a man who's planned ahead. He's just gone, well, I don't really want to leave my house, so I'm leaving my house. I'm taking as much. I'm amazed you've not brought a blanket with you.
I have. It's up in my office, and it's a blankie. Thank you very much, Paul.
Yeah, definitely snuggle blankie. Fantastic. Loads of ways in which you can interact with the show. You've got the live comments on YouTube. You can tweet us at the Red Men TV as well. And if you're friends with us, you can just message us directly. You can find Chris at Mr. Blood Red on Twitter. You can find me at the Paul Machin on Twitter as well. We don't actually know. We have had no. Well, there was a rumoured team. So I will talk us through the rumoured team, Chris.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that there's been no 100% confirmation on what the team will be, but the rumoured team, and we think this was done to kind of root out the Anfield mole, as it were, who's back again. He's dug his way up at Kirby finally, and he's decided that he clearly likes the wind. The rumoured team was Alisson, Nico Williams, Nat Phillips, Matip, Robbo, Milner, Hendo, Naby, Salah, Shaqiri, Origi. I can't believe in a million years that would be the team.
No.
However, is there anyone in that team who you would be... Like, could you make a case for Nat Phillips?
No.
Not at all?
No, not at all. And I'm his biggest fan.
Yeah, literally. You're his only remaining fan amongst the Liverpool fan base. And even against the Sam Allardyce West Brom team.
Not a chance.
No?
No? Would you?
No. Actually, no. If I had to make a case for rotating defence, I could understand why Nat Phillips would be the choice in this one, because it's Sam Allardyce, and if you're going to go up against the team, he's played in the Premier League games where teams have gone more direct than what have you. So it'd be him against Charlie Austin at some point during the game, and if he can't pocket Charlie Austin, then there's nothing down for him at this point in his career. So I wouldn't be against that. The Shaqiri one would be a bit mad. I couldn't see a world where Shaqiri would come straight back into this game, having been out for so long. But that also posed the question of you're gonna have to get him minutes at some point. He's always been a useful option.
Look, if Shaqiri plays, I'll be absolutely fine. I know what Shaqiri can do, and I know he's been out for a little while and stuff like that. But it doesn't bother me. I know when Shaqiri comes in, he kind of plays well. And for me, what I want to see is Thiago on the bench or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily saying he has to come on in this game. Mm-hmm. It would just give me a lift if he's just there or thereabouts.
Well, should we find out?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're not going to get that lift. The team. Do you want to go? Yeah. You want to make your way over, and I'll read through the team while we're doing it. In goal, Alisson, Becker, a back four of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Fabinho, and Andrew Robertson. Full strength at the back. A midfield three. It's the first choice midfield three.
Right, therefore is it Jones?
It is in fact Curtis Jones alongside Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum. And then it is the full strength front three.
Got it right.
Mane, Salah, Firmino.
Got it right.
Got it right, bladdered a week ago. Well, you should do that more often.
I might.
Maybe you're overthinking them.
That's it. Just need to have a drink and get out of there in 1 minute 52 seconds.
Yeah. Substitutes bench, Quivine Kelleher.
Yeah.
Oh, we've only got one goalkeeper on the bench.
Go ahead, us.
Amazing.
James
Milner.
Jimmy Milner, yeah.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Taki Minamino.
Taki, yeah.
Xherdan Shaqiri.
Yeah, go ahead.
Divock Origi.
Divock, I've got Divock somewhere. No, I don't have Divock anywhere.
And then Reece, Nico, and Nat.
And no Naby?
No Naby Keita. Yeah, correct.
So Divock, I don't know where Divock's gone. I think I might have just thrown him away, thinking he was gone in January.
He's on Wolves fan TV at the moment. Is he on there starting 11 board? Okay, brilliant. There's the screen. You can see it in front of you. Hi, welcome. Get your thoughts in the live comments.
Yeah, I haven't got Divock. He's gone.
Had a couple of super chats come in. Sharif Ahmed says, love you guys. Happy New Year. We'll get there, mate. Don't jump the gun. Yes, and Gareth Baird was saying, has the team been announced? Yes, it has indeed, mate. So, yeah, there it is. Chris, you want to just talk us through for all the new people walking in right now?
Yeah, so we've got Alisson Becker in goal. It is probably Liverpool's strongest side that we can put out, and you'd expect that after a week, wouldn't you? So we've got Andy Robertson, Fabinho, Joel Matip and Trent Alexander-Arnold is the back four, with Jordan Henderson, Kurt Jones and Gini Wijnaldum. Question marks, who's going to play the six? Is it going to be Gini? Is it going to be Jordan Henderson? We'll see as the game kicks off. Sadio Mane, Mo Salah and Roberto Firmino. The substitutes: Kelleher, Milner, Ox, Minamino, Shaqiri, Divock, Reece Williams, Nico Williams, Nat Phillips. I've got no idea where my Divock picture's gone, to be honest with you.
Genuinely?
Not genuinely. I do have a vague recollection of throwing someone somewhere. Let me just go and check.
Yeah, we've got a couple of comments. There he is. We've got a few comments coming in. Susan Morgan Livingston said, I hope you had a lovely Christmas, lads. We did. Busy, stressful, but it was Christmas. It was nice. Eric Forbes saying, should have known Naby wouldn't be available after starting 90 minutes.
He's right though, isn't he? Yeah. But I'm not even sure even if he was available, he'd be in the starting 11. I reckon he would have been on the bench anyway, to be honest, because Kurt Jones, you're not going to give him 2 weeks off. And you know, he had the last game off, didn't he? So Kurt Jones, for me, was always going to come back into this side. And, you know, we know now that he's built up a bit of a rapport, not just with the midfield, but the attackers and stuff as well. I mean, he's played with Henderson, he's played with Wijnaldum over and over again now. So we know exactly what we're getting. And what we're seeing from him is, for me, like in improving Kurt Jones, it feels like every month he's a better player than he was the month previous to that, and you know that's what games do, and what we've got to do now is protect him to make sure that he can go for the entire season, because he's young, but you've still got to protect young players. Kurt Jones will be loving life at the moment, won't he? I mean, he's broken in his mind. He was thinking, I'm breaking into the side this season, and he was probably thinking, I'm breaking into the side towards the end of the season, but injuries and everything else has meant that he's had an opportunity, and he's grasped that opportunity for me with both hands, and he's going to be very, very difficult to get out of the midfield three now. Although there is a lad waiting in the wings who's back in training. His name's Thiago Alcantara, who might have a little something to say about whether Kurt Jones continues. But you know what? We've got other things. There's rumours flying around about Gini Wijnaldum and stuff like that. So you just don't know how this midfield's going to look towards the end of the season. But I tell you what, Kurt Jones is going to be there or thereabouts, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. No news on Naby Keita at the moment. I've just checked a bunch of the Liverpool and North West journals or whatever. It doesn't seem to be any word on it. It's mad because my immediate reaction would have been to go to oh well, look, maybe you don't need him for this game, yada yada yada, but there's that many substitutes. The fact that we got the full complement, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 subs. So yeah, we've got the full 9 on there, Chris. It's an odd one. I mean, again, it's actually telling that we're starting to get players back. To be fair, that we've put every one of those players has been involved in a match day at some point.
Wow,
this season, you know, we've not.
What time to be alive?
Yeah. Genuinely, but we've not got we had 2 goalkeepers before the break.
And unfortunately, they've all been involved as well. Yeah. But no, you're right. I mean, just having one goalkeeper on there just says everything, doesn't it? The fact that we've got enough outfield players to fill a subs bench when it's bigger than it was a couple of months ago. I'm really excited about this game, and you know, I know it's Big Sam and all that type of stuff, but my words, you know, West Brom aren't very good, Paul, and Liverpool with a week off after just tonking Crystal Palace everywhere. I am hoping for fireworks today.
Yeah, well, we can have a quick look at the table just to give us a little look at West Brom, currently 19th in the table and just 7 points after 14 games, and it is obviously a mad season. They're very lucky that Sheffield United are the worst thing that's ever happened to the Premier League.
Fulham just ahead of them. We know we had a little struggle against Fulham, didn't we? So we can't take our eye off the ball here. And we know that, you know, I know it was Bilic's last game in charge, but they played really well against Manchester City and they deserved that draw for me.
Yeah, they will. Sam Allardyce will not be looking to do anything other than do what Sam Allardyce does in this game.
Stifle us and then have some trifle later.
Yeah, stifle followed by trifle. Yeah, I completely agree on that. So yeah, we'll have to see.
Covered in gravy.
Yeah, they've got some good players. It's similar to a lot of teams have got in the Premier League where they've got some pacey, tricky players who can cause problems. It's just that I don't think they've not got enough Allardycean players, you know what I mean, enough Groks in and around the team. So I'd rather play them now than in 3 weeks' time, when he's had a week or so of the transfer market and a few more weeks on the training ground to get them up to speed and what have you.
But it's mad, isn't it? Because, just what West Brom are doing, I feel really sorry for Bilic, to be honest with you. They come up and they were so good last season, weren't they? Much better than Leeds, and everyone's talking about Leeds now. And then all of a sudden, a few bad results, and that's it. And West Brom need to stop doing that. You need to give your manager time, and it's a bit of a change from Bilic to Allardyce as well. Mm-hmm. Now, I know Allardyce, he hasn't got a team relegated yet, has he?
I don't think so.
I still think he's got that record, and they've obviously decided that, he's not been on the manager merry-go-round for a year or so, and it's now time. But it just seems mad to me. It just seems mad to me that they'd get rid of Bilic. Yeah,
it's interesting. I actually want to talk about a bit more about Sam Allardyce and some of our history with him, because obviously everyone's at length to talk about the fact that he was the last manager to win at Anfield. But I've got up a couple of his most recent performances against us. I think some of the team selections are quite interesting. Okay, James Pearce has actually updated us on the Naby Keita stuff. It says Naby Keita ruled out of today's game versus West Brom due to a fitness issue. Shock.
Horror.
Shock. Oh well, I said it fucking last week. If Naby Keita gets on the pitch, I'm made up because he's boss. But if he doesn't, I don't get upset or disappointed by it anymore. I expect him to be injured, and when he's not injured, it's like Shaqiri. Like, Shaqiri's a brilliant player, and I'm really made up when he's in matchday squads, because we've had loads worse footballers than either of them lads play for us. Most of the footballers we've played over the last Premier League era have been worse than those
absolutely. Two. You're spot on. You can't hang your hat on them being fit, and you can't hang your hopes and dreams on them being fit, because you're just going to be disappointed come the end of the day, because they're not fit enough all the time. And it is a concern, isn't it, Naby? It has to be, because he's such a good footballer, but he just can't seem to string any games together.
We can't keep having if he just puts X number of games together conversation again. If he ever, it's one of them situations now where if and when he plays 10 games back to back, we can have the conversation about how good he is or whatever. But I can't continue to go, if he can just stay fit for a bit long, because it's boring. Right, the West Brom team as well. I know very little about this side, to be perfectly honest, but they've got Johnston, Furlong, O'Shea, Ajayi, Gibbs, Phillips, who's the captain, Sawyers, Gallagher, Diangana, Robinson and Grant, and the aforementioned Charlie Austin is on the bench. Branislav Ivanovic is on the bench for them as well. Former Liverpool youth player Lee Peltier is among the subs as well, and Grzycki, who of course you'll remember played for Hull. I think he might have even scored against us for Hull. He certainly played well in one of those games. But yeah, that is that.
Someone's asking you to put your PC on dark mode. What do you say to them, Paul?
I'm too old for all that shit. It doesn't bother me.
It's 38 in a few days.
Not a few days. A week or so.
Next year.
No, next year. Next year. Not 38 till next year.
On the underarm.
Do you know Brian with 30 pounds? Yeah. How old are you next year?
39. It's all right. In a few days, I'll be 40 next year. Which will be much, much worse. Like, am I middle-aged yet?
40's middle-aged.
40 is the start of middle-age. Okay, so what am I now? A young man?
Pre-middle age.
Can we go with young man?
Yeah. Okay. Young adult.
Young adult.
No, absolutely not. Just a fact. No, I had this conversation the other day, and my cousin said to me, I realised I'm not prematurely grey anymore. He's been prematurely grey since he was 16. He's 40 now, and he's not. It's fine to be grey when you're 40. Sorry, Joe O'Brien with a £30 super chat. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas, boys. Hope you had a good one. We did indeed. I hope you did too, mate. Yes, thank you so much, everyone. We are going to be back 15 minutes before kick-off, 4:15 here on the Redmen TV YouTube channel and over on Hot Mic as well. Go to hotmic.io. You can download the app and you can get involved, and you can sync us to your telly if you can't be bothered to do it manually with our match clock and what have you. But yeah, plenty of ways in which you can watch the game with us, listen along, and of course comment with us as well. Wow.
So some of the comments, Chris looks like he's just hit puberty, said JC. One of our members. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, appreciate that. But yes, guys, thank you so much. I presume we're all feeling confident about this one. We should be. Can't wait to see the Mighty Reds play. Don't forget to join us again, 4:15. I should mention before we go, by the way, we've got a competition, our final festive competition running. We've got this signed. Christ on them.
Unironed.
Champions T-shirt signed by the captain, Jordan Henderson, as well. If you want to be entered into the prize draw for that, it's drawn on Tuesday, so you've got 2 more days left to get involved. You just go to theredmentv.com and sign up as a club legend. And it's not just, like a raffle in that regard. You also get loads of additional amazing content, including our 2-part mini-series on the 50 greatest moments of Jurgen Klopp, which we'll give you a closer look at during the game. There's also actually a video, a 15-minute chunk of it on YouTube now. So if you want to kill some time between this show and the next show, go and check that out and get the full thing by signing up as a club legend on theredmentv.com. Get a chance of winning that amazing Jordan Henderson t-shirt. And yes, we will be back very, very shortly indeed. Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you very much, everyone at home. See you all soon. Ta-da. Aston Villa 7, Liverpool 2.
Diogo Jota everywhere. Right hand side, left hand side, deep as well.
If you want to request a song as well.
How do they do that, Paul?
You just literally go, "Gives a song." Bloody round the field.
It's a no.
Oh, this doesn't feel great. Do you know what? The chocolate's melting and it's slipping out of my hand.
Oh, it's wobbly! It's a wobbly biscuit! The champions are back on top of the pile.